Y'all see I'm lighting it up, right? So welcome. Been a long time, man. Been a minute. Appreciate y'all for hearing that click, 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 click. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all didn't go hit that click, click, make sure y'all go hit that like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Happy Juneteenth to y'all. This probably ain't gonna get released on Juneteenth, but hopefully y'all had a good Juneteenth for whatever it's worth. But yes, man. I've been contemplating for a minute on like exactly, what I wanted to do. And there's certain things that I want to drop and I'm just like, nah. Then something just called me and I'm just like, I gotta do it. So this is one of those days, man. So y'all see the title, y'all know what it is. Thank you, appreciate y'all. Let's get it going. First of all, right now, I'm gonna tell you, if you're frustrated with something in your life right now, if you're frustrated with whatever you're doing, it's okay to feel that way. Because most likely this is your first time doing this. Let me explain it. So whether you've had a kid already, and you have one kid and you have two and you have three, you've never had three before. You've never had that situation at the same time on that same day. So I want to encourage you to feel like, man, you know what? It's okay to be frustrated because you've never dealt with what you're dealing with in this current moment. And this is your first time. You've never done this before. And I think a lot of times we think that because we've done something or something seems similar in our life, we're supposed to just get it right away. And we're supposed to just be like, okay, man, this is it. I got it. Like, there's nothing else that I need to be doing. It's supposed to be perfect or at least close to perfect. And that's not true. You have never lived the day that you live that day. And that day is going to come with things that you probably never faced, emotions that you've had before, but never in that way. So I want to give y'all the second to be able to just say, you know what? It's okay. You've never done this before. And it's so funny how people will say these cliche conversations around right before you're about to have your big break is when it gets the worst in times you're feeling like you want to give up, and most people give up right before they've realized that something great is about to happen and it's darkest before dawn and all of these things that make you realize it's like, yeah, in the fucking moment, who cares? Like in the moment, I don't care like if like, ooh, just one more time and that could have been my big break. Most people aren't thinking about that. But I want to give you some confidence to know that it's not even saying that if you stick it through, you will get to this thing. It's about knowing and being honest with yourself if you're willing to risk the fact that if you stop, you will never know what you could have had. It's like the most positive level of FOMO that you can have. Me, I really don't resonate with FOMO too much. I'm more of a person that's like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I can do all I can. Anything outside of that, it is what it is. But I think if you had to have any FOMO I would agree with, or any FOMO I would embrace the FOMO of missing out on something if you didn't put your effort towards it, not knowing what it fully could be. So that is a level of FOMO in itself. And I think that's the biggest thing about like the whole giving up, not giving up because people are just like, oh man, you're right there. It's like, because at the end of the day, the journey is more important than the destination. So it's important for you to understand and say, I don't think I'm willing to live with the regret that comes with saying, you know, if I could have just done one more thing, I know that could have been it. Like, you want to be able to go to sleep every night saying, you know what, I gave that shit all I had. And then after that, it's like, all right, cool. Man, I can't do nothing else, y'all. I gave it everything I can have. I gave it everything I had to give it. There's nothing else I can do after that. And I think that's the most important thing about being able to understand when you get through hard times and you feel like you want to give up. Because feeling like you want to give up is natural. Feeling like you want to stop doing something is natural. What makes you special is the choices. And what makes you abnormal is to decide to say, you know what? Most times it would have felt like this was the things that I wanted to do and this is what most people would do. but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to do something different. That's what's going to separate you from everybody else. And not even saying everybody else as in you versus another person. Really, everybody else as in saying you versus another version of yourself that probably wouldn't have did that thing. The version of you that just sort of said, man, F it, I'm going to give up. I'm going to stop right here. That's what's going to separate you from whoever you're trying to become or whoever you already are, and you want to summon that person and awaken that person, versus the person that you're remaining to just lie dormant within you, and the person that you're remaining to just settle for who's within you. Because I like to make sure I let people know that you're never searching or trying to find this person, like this person of yourself that's like over here on the other side of the world, or they're, 5 years from you. Like everything that you ever will be is already inside of you. You just have to awaken it and summon it. And I'm sure people have traveled the world and done so many things and spent years to awaken that. But I just want people to understand that the person that you will become and the person that will evolve into the next level of yourself, if you decide to, is not contingent on a place or a time. Those things can be catalysts and help inspire, but whatever you will evolve and become over time or because of a place is strictly because it was summoned and it was a catalyst and you had that inside of you already. So I just want to encourage people for that. Maybe if you feel like, man, I want to just give up here and I want to go travel to another state, or I want to go maybe 3 years from now, I'll be this person. Cool. But just know that you are already that person. Just know that you are already that person, and you don't have to have anything outside of you to make you not become that person, besides taking the time to want to summon it and becoming that person and wanting to understand it and wanting to be able to say, you know what? I have to make a choice. Sorry, y'all, I have a backlight on here and it has a timer. The timer just went off on it. I gotta fix that. But anyway, I think that's the most important part about being able to know, like, you know what? This thing that I want to do in my life isn't because of like a place or a person that I meet or anything. It's like you have to get to the point in your life, you know what? It's all right to feel like I want to stop. It's all right to feel like I want to give up. But the choice to move forward is mine. The choice to be a different type of person is mine. The choice to want to be able to grow and evolve is mine. And that's something that you have to keep within you. And that's something that you have to be able to be honest with yourself about. Take a little Palo Santo break. I don't like when that little light on the back goes off. But yeah, that was one of the biggest things that really hit me, y'all. When I was sitting, I was like, you know what, man, like damn, sometimes like you want to stop, you want to give up. But at the end of the day, it's like, will you always like think in your mind, like, what if, like, well, what if I could have just, like, that's one of the things that give me, like, I don't want to die with that what if energy. How y'all feel about that, man? Hit that subscribe to, man. Y'all like it. Tell me in the comments what y'all feel about, like, how many things you regret in your life? Like, do you have things that you regret right now and you think like, man, if I only could have? Like, how many woulda, shoulda, couldas do y'all have? Do y'all feel like y'all have a whole bunch of woulda, coulda, shouldas? I don't know. That's something I just really try to think about a lot in my life and be like, man, no matter what I go through, I don't want to go through any point in my life to where I just sit back and I'm looking at everything and be like, dang, why'd I stop doing it? So even if I take a break from something, it's always just on the back burner. I never fully take it off the stove, or it's just like on the back burner, and then I move it to the front burner and just kind of rotate different things in my life. But I think that's the biggest thing, is like when you face that question with yourself, you look at giving up totally different. You look at like embracing challenges totally different when you start looking at your life as like, what would I be if I didn't do this? And I think that's something they talk about a lot in sales. It's like the price of not doing something. Because you always hear the price of doing something. Hey, the price to buy this car is $13,000. It's like, well, the price of not buying this car is how much time it'll take you to use Uber, how much time it'll take you to use public transportation, how much time it'll take you to ride a bike, how much time. It's like, so we always think about the price to do something, but we really don't think about the price if something is not done, or the cost of the loss of not doing something in a positive effect. And I think that's the main thing that's important. That, like, the secret that I thought about when giving up is like, dang, yeah, I could stop, but what would be the price of stopping? What would be the price of stopping for something? If, like I said, all things considered, if it's something that's positive for your life, then what would be the price of not moving forward? What would be the price of just stopping here and being like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. Was it because it's frustration? And then a lot of times, if you think about things that you did that, especially if it was something that you truly desire, you really can't sleep at night. You don't sleep right. You just don't feel right. Like, dang, man, like it stays in you and you constantly thinking about it. And those are the regrets and the little small battles that you lose. Like the big battles that will eventually be won, and the war that will be won is because of the small battles that you win on the day with yourself, on the daily basis with yourself. So I think that's like the biggest thing I wanted to share with y'all. I ain't want to be super long. I'm going to come in. I know it's been a minute, but been, man, working. Hey, y'all go tap in too, man. jbwaters.com. Money is an art. But yeah, ask yourself that, man. Ask yourself, what is the cost and the price you pay for not living the life that you want to live? What is the cost? What is the cost and the price that you will pay for giving somebody else your energy and your time and allowing somebody to waste your time? What is the price and the cost of you giving up and stopping instead of going forward with the things that you love and the dreams? What is the price and the cost of you being able to just not put energy into yourself, to give yourself the time and the freedom and the space and the compassion and say, you know what, I've never done this before. So since I've never done this before, let me be a little less harsh on myself and my journey in my life, y'all. So those are some things you can think about. Hopefully it helps. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, tap in, and we will get back to rolling up. I got some Become Better, More Money playlist stuff. I haven't done one of those in a minute, so definitely want to get one of those out for you. I know those are a little bit longer content, so I try to like slot those in a little bit every so often because it's such long content, but still, we're going to keep going at it, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all remember to stay well, write your world into existence. My bad. Stay well, be conscious, and write your world into existence. Waters, love.